What's going on, beautiful people of YouTube? This is Ring Bean and welcome to the game room. Into this video, we're going to do something a little bit different, something that I don't normally do on this channel, but I feel it's time we do it, man. We're going to bitch and we're going to rant and we're going to talk about the sucky side of game hunting. Now, not game collecting, that's going to be for a different video, but all the sucky things we got to endure as game hunters slash game collectors on a daily basis when it comes to getting said games. Now, not all of y'all are going to agree with this list. I'm sure there's going to be things that I've left out or some things that you feel you can live with just fine, but to me, these are some sucky things that I deal with when it comes to game hunting. So people, I want you to sit back and relax. Let's start bitching. So here's a sucky side of game hunting that happens to everybody. It's almost inevitable that this is going to happen to you. Whether you're a game hunter or game collector, prepare yourself because you will, at some point, be fucked by defective items. Whether it's a console, whether it's a controller, scratched disc, you're taking a chance on anything you buy. There are many times, on many occasions, I have bought something only to find that it's been defective. Good examples, Nintendo Wiis. How many times have you plugged in a Wii, put your disc in only to find that it will not read disc? Or to have a PlayStation 2 console, the tray won't open. PlayStation 2 controllers, dear God, don't get me started on PlayStation 2 controllers. It is a risk every time I buy one of them bastards. You are taking a chance on no matter what you buy. And that is one thing that immortally sucks about game hunting, is taking these chances only to find you've gotten another lemon. Another sucky side of game hunting, opening up a game case only to find there's not shit in there. Or you're going to find something in there like Madden 09, something that entirely doesn't appeal to you. That happens on more than one occasion. That's why I always tell you people, check your game cases because you never know what the hell's going to be in there. Stuff will be scattered all over. You'll find DVDs. Most of the time, you won't find any game at all in those damn things. That's a sucky side of game hunting that you're going to encounter a whole lot. Getting up early, people. If you are a game hunter, game collector, whatever you want to call yourself, someone who acquires a mass collection of video games, unless you're made of money, you got to hunt for these damn things, and you're going to have to get up early. That is a sucky side of game hunting, because now I consider myself an early bird. My normal time of getting up is somewhere between 6:30 and 7. That's my comfortable time. But if you really want to get some of these good scores, especially if you go to the flea markets, prepare yourself to be getting up at 5, sometimes sooner, depending on what time of the season you're in. That's a sucky side of game hunting. So something that correlates with getting early, and that's the inevitable coffee break piss that's going to happen to you. And it happens to me every single time I go sheckling. It's like 6 in the morning, I'm on my way, I got me a big ass 72-gallon thing of coffee. Next thing you know, 10 o'clock rolls around, I haven't pissed since because I am on a roll, I'm finding shekels. I'm hitting sale after sale. It's in the back of my mind like, yeah, I'm probably going to piss down my leg if I don't stop, but I don't want to. So instead I hold out, and then finally I'm so pissed at my body for having to regulate itself. I stop at the gas station, I run in there, I take that angry piss where I just squeeze the shit out of my dick. I'm like, hurry up! There's goddamn box snesses out there. There never is. But that's going to happen to you. And for whatever reason, that irks the shit out of me. Why can't my body leave me the fuck alone when I'm out here trying to get my shekels? Of course I drank a damn metric ton of coffee. It doesn't matter. It could wait till I'm done. Give me at least till like 12 o'clock before you make me have to go piss. That's one thing that pisses me off. Some of y'all may find that's not an inconvenience at all, but to me, when I'm on a roll, when I'm moving, I don't like to stop. And God forbid if it fucks with my stomach on the other end, I will be a mad motherfucker. But that's a sucky side of game hunting right there. But of course it could be prevented if I didn't get the coffee. But fuck, how the hell am I going to be? If I'm up at 5 in the morning, I got to have something to get me moving. So don't consider me salty for this one, but this is something you're going to encounter regardless. If I haven't said anything that struck a nerve for you, this surely will, and that's competition, man. One of the sucky sides of game hunting is you're going to encounter the shit out of it. You're going to be at the flea market, and I've seen other videos of people who do game hunting, and they'll have like damn 15 people at one table, all of them going for the same shit. Now, it's not that bad on my side of the world, but I do have competition. Now, don't consider me salty. If you can get yours, go ahead. And there's actually a lot of game hunters in my town that are really cool. We get along, we talk, we're cordial. But that's a sucky side of it, man. If I had my way, god damn it, I'd be the only one getting these shekels. But that's not the case. That's a sucky side of game hunting. No matter where you go, you're going to deal with competition. Alright, so let's start bitching about yard sales and garage sales, because there's a lot that I need to get off my shoulders when it comes to this category. Number one, I cannot stand when people do not remove old yard sale signs. When you're driving down the road, if you hit up a lot of freestyles, chances are you've been fooled a handful of times by someone who's got a damn sign that they haven't removed a month ago. Now keep in mind, I can't hit up every damn section of the city every week. I hit up different parts, you know. I move around. That's my strategy. So if someone puts out a sale here and I come there 2 weeks later and they haven't removed their sign, I'm gonna waste my damn time pulling up into their street only to find there's no table, there's nothing set out. Oh my God, you are going to encounter this. People, if you are going to have a yard sale or a garage sale, have the common courtesy to remove an old sign, especially if you don't. I can understand if there's a date posted on there, yeah, you still should have the common courtesy to remove it. But if you just have an arrow, or if you just have a sign that says yard sale with an arrow pointing this way, or some damn dude's dick pointing out that way, remove that son of a bitch if you've already had that sale. Numerous times have I been fooled. That is a big deal right there. That is one thing that irks the shit out of me when it comes to these things. Something that can correlate with that. I cannot stand fictitious sales or sales that people have canceled and they haven't bothered to let anyone know. If you do what we do, chances are you use apps like Yard Sale Treasure Map, or you go on Craigslist. You map this stuff out. You get an idea of where you're going, and there might be something listed that you say, oh, I got to hit that sale up. You get there and, hey, check it out. There's not a damn thing. Now, this could happen one of two ways. Number one, the people literally just canceled and they didn't bother to let anybody know. And number two, and I hate that it's come to this, but this has happened before, is that's a fictitious sale where you get someone who's extremely salty in the gaming community and they get online and they make a fictitious sale that might say, oh, we got like old Nintendo stuff or something, just to get people off the track so they can go shekel elsewhere. And that happens. Sometimes it's not as direct as that, but I know for a fact that has happened, and you're going to encounter that. That's a sucky side of game hunting right there, and people, come on, make it stop. So here's something that's going to happen to you. It's inevitable. There's no way to prevent it, and that's bad weather, people. Let's say you got the whole weekend planned. You put some time in off work. You got Saturday, Sunday off. You got the week after that off. And next thing you know, Mother Nature decides to pull her pants down and piss all over your party, man. It happens. It's happened to me. Now, these past few weeks for me could have been a hell of a lot better had Mother Nature decided not to show her ass, and if she would have just gave me beautiful sunshine, it would have been a whole lot better. Guaranteed, if there's even a hint of rain, if there's like a 20% chance of rain, just prepare yourself for like majority of your yard sales not to even happen, because people, when they get the smell of rain in the air, they damn sure ain't gonna risk their mason jars out on the table. That's something that's inevitable. It sucks. We deal with it. Prepare yourself. So here's something that I can understand. If you got a sale listed to start at 8 o'clock and I get there at 6:30, 7 o'clock, I'd be pissed too. Some people, of course, are cool with that. Now, I've tested my luck in the past. But if I get there at 7:50, 10 minutes before, and you're like, listen, we don't start till 8 o'clock. Can you come back, please? Now, even though we had some signs that led you directly here, it would be good if you came back. We're not entirely set up yet. Oh my God, do I want to karate chop the shit out of you in the temple. That has happened many times, and you know what? That's fine. I'll say, you know what, sir? I will take this money and I will go to the next sale. Don't have a sign. You think that I can read your tiny ass handwriting going 100 miles down the road because I haul ass, people, because I'm hitting them sales. I can't read that tiny ass writing that says 8 o'clock. Don't put your signs out if you don't want me to get there. Especially if, now I've been to those sales where it's just an arrow, man. And you get those arrows that lead you right to the sale, and you get there and they're like, listen, bud, we don't start till 8. Oh my God, man. that has happened. And you know what? Let it happen. It's a sucky side, but take your money elsewhere, man. Now, I've tested my luck before. I've gotten that sales hours before, but I'm you know, very nice and courteous, and sometimes I get away with it, and sometimes they're pretty pissed, and I can relate to that. But for the ones that are, if I'm 10 minutes early, you got arrows out, man. Don't be a dick. Let me shekel your ass. Here's something that definitely sucks when it comes to game hunting, man. You're on Craigslist, you're on whatever, you see this yard sale listed, and it says, like, here's a prime example. I'm reading this off my Palm Pilot here. It says, we got toys, we got silverware, we got games, we got yada yada. There's the keyword right there, games. They didn't answer your email that said, hey, does it happen to be video games? So you take that chance, you go wherever the hell this is. It's fucking board games, man. Why the hell can't people put the word board right in front of games, man? I don't understand that. Something that can correlate with that, you go to ask these people, like, hey, do you have any video games? I look for Nintendo, Sega, GameCube, whatever. And they're like, I got some VHSs. How the fuck is a VHS anything like a video game, people? I can't put the Konami code in on a Panasonic VCR, man. For whatever reason, people, when you mention, like, if you ask them, do they have video games? Typically, the people who aren't on the higher end of the evolution chain, they're all like, well, we got movies? Alright, that's a sucky side of game hunting you're definitely going to encounter. So there's a type of people that you're going to run into when it comes to game hunting. That's these snobby types right here. And I come across these people, if I'm out sheckling for one good yard sale day, I would say at least 5% of all the people that I run into are like this. You get out of your car, you're all, you know, lottie-dottie happy, you got that smile on your face, because if you go up there looking like a dick, you're going to be treated like such. And you say, hey, you know, I'm looking for, you know, old video games, you know, and you give them the list. Video games? Video games. And they're almost like, how dare you come up into my yard and ask for such an atrocious item? And I want to be like, listen, people, I look for the stuff that's A, awesome to me that I like to collect, and B, that's worth money. It's not going to be your random bullshit out here that you're trying to sell your filter bags for your fucking Kirby damn vacuums. I'm looking for stuff that's awesome. You're going to run into these snobby people, man, and it is hard to keep your sheckler down, and it's ridiculous. Welcome to game hunting. You'll run into all sorts of people when it comes to garage sales and yard sales, and it's kind of neat. You get to see this vast variety of people. Something that sucks, man, and this I encounter quite a bit, and this is when your salesman skills really come out to play. You say, you give them the list, you say, I'll look for this and this and this. Well, I got some games, and they leave it at that. They don't, alright, go get them. And then they want to sit here and continue doing whatever stupid shit they're doing, man. Go inside, get that big box of games, come out here, and let me buy said games. For whatever reason, you run into people that don't want to do this shit. You will ask them, they will say that they have exactly what you're looking for. They even may say that, yeah, they're looking to sell, but for whatever reason, they won't go get them. What the hell, people? And that's when it, you know, falls back into that. People who are on the top of the evolutionary scale right here, for whatever reason, it doesn't click in their head that they need to, A, move their ass in there to bring out said games so I can buy them. I don't know. You're going to run into all sorts of people. That's just another sucky type of people you're going to run into. So here's something I can't fully understand. Maybe there's some of you out there that can better understand this than me. And explain it to me. Let me know in the comments below. Maybe you've been a part of it. Maybe your brain is just formulated to a better degree than mine. I don't understand how you can have, and I'll be on Craigslist, I'll be on the yard sale treasure map, and I'll see, you know, they'll be like, we got a 20,000 multi-family yard sale. Prepare yourself for the yard sale of a century. It starts at 12 p.m. Are you fucking kidding me? I have never seen a crazy successful yard sale start any time after 9 a.m. You know the best time to start a yard sale, in my opinion? 7 a.m. Now, of course, you're going to have those late dwellers who are just out catching the yard sale, catching the scraps out of everybody at like 11. That's when they start. You know, 11's typically when I'm coming to a halt when it comes to yard sales. I never understand people who have these yard sales that start at 12, 1, 2, 3. Who the fuck is out yard selling at that time of the day? I have never gone to these sales. Now, sure, I'm sure there's been many people who've gotten some crazy scores that way, but I'm sure it is far and few between. It does not seem like the most educated of decisions to have a yard sale when most people are going home from yard sales. So here's something you're going to encounter, and you're going to encounter it more than you want to encounter it. You're going to get to these yard sales, and you may think you hit the jackpot. You'll come across this big old box of Nintendo items, and you say, sir, or woman, how much do you want for this? And they say, well, now hold on now. I saw on the internet, or someone told me, that such and such sells for this and this. And you might pull up, well, how about this, sir? How about Battletoads Double Dragons for the NES? Surely you don't know of its value. Oh, yes, he does, because oh, such and such looked every item up before you even got to that sale. And he says, well, you know what? That sells for about 80 bucks, and that happens to have the manual. I'm going to have the exact price I see it for online. Not necessarily the sold listings, of course. No, no, no. He's gonna want the price that it's listed for immediately. You encounter this, it happens. You'll even get to some yard sales, and I've seen this, and I don't understand this. You'll get to the table, and you'll see everything, not necessarily get video games, and they'll have a page printed out from eBay or Amazon of what it's selling for, and they might have it discounted like at 3% or some bullshit. What are you thinking, people? I didn't pull down 54th and 3rd to this nice, beautiful house with a picket fence just to go to eBay. If I want to shop on eBay, I'll stay at home butt naked with a fan and Gold Bond everywhere in the comfort of my own home with a nice money-back guarantee if I wanted to eBay. I'm damn sure not paying those prices when I'm out yard sale or garage selling. I want those sort of prices, not the online price. People kill me with that shit, man. You are at a place where people expect the good deals, and yet you're looking up everything online and wanting to charge what those places charge. People don't understand. You get a game such as this right here, and yes, it can sell for about 80 bucks. It's got the manual. I might be able to get about $100 for this. But at the same time, I'm going to be hit with fees and shipping, and I got the responsibility of doing all the work to get it to said customer. At the end of the day, I'm not getting that much for it at all. Of course, I'm still making a pretty penny, but people don't understand this thing, people. So here's something that gets under my skin, and oh, when it does, man, I'm about to lose my shit. Because this not only does it waste time, but it immortally pisses you off. You're on your app and you see, you know, it says, hey, we got this huge sale happening. There's more families than I even know how to write on this app. Get ready to prepare yourself for the 50,000 multi-family yard sale of a century, or whatever it could be listed as. You may even go out of your way for this one. That's usually how it happens too. You drive way out of your way. You get there and you're already starting to be disappointed as you pull up and you see that nice frosty hairdo of an old lady, and you see like 3 fold-out tables, and on these tables are like snow globes, Xmas stuff, and like mason jars, and that is their definition of a ginormous ass yard sale. And I've come across this so many times where, and there may even be a couple families, but they all got the same bullshit that no one wants to buy. Oh, that gets to me. People will say that they're having a large yard sale, and they'll have like 50 items on a table, and they consider that humongous. That is not a huge sale. I have been to yard sales where they take up literally the entire yard, and they'll even list that just as a basic yard sale, and to your surprise, you get there and you're like, oh, this is beautiful. I'm going to give me some shekels. But no, you get to these old ladies' house, and they're in their little rocker chair. They may have a mason jar filled with some sweet tea, because keep in mind, we are in the South. And you pull up, and they actually think you're going to buy some shit. Hell no, I get out of the vehicle, if I even do that, because typically when I spot what I spot, I'm on my way. I get out of the vehicle, I walk up to them, she's got her little coffee. Yes, how may I help you? And you say, do you happen to have any old video games? And they're like, VHS, because I may have some movies. God almighty, does that gets under my skin, people. You prepare yourself to encounter it. So here's something that's going to get under your skin, and it correlates with people who just list things incorrectly. You're going to be on Craigslist, or you're going to be on Yard Sale, Treasure Map, it doesn't matter. And you're going to see moving sale, garage sale, whatever. You'll even see it as a freestyle. It's happened to me more than once. Now later in the season, of course, you'll learn to avoid these things, but you'll get there only to find that it's a business, a failing business usually at that. It's going to be some hole-in-the-wall thrift store or some consignment shop or antique shop, and it's going to piss you off to no extent because you know you've been lied to. It's no moving sale or garage sale. It's a failing business, and the only way that they're going to drive traffic in there is by putting this sign up there. God almighty, do you just want to choke the shit out of them? But prepare yourself for that one too. So one of the final biggest things that sucks so hard when it comes to game hunting, and I encounter this, and I hate to say it, I encounter it every single time I go out game hunting, only at the yard sales, garage sales. Hell, I encounter it at the flea market too. You get there, and you know you're all happy. You see it's the type of sale, maybe some hipster dude, they got Star Wars stuff out, they got like some old toys. You're like, oh, this is going to be the spot. I already know I'm about to walk out of here with a big box of shekels. And you go up to him, you say, hey, do you got any old video games? You give him the whole list, and he may even be looking at you nodding like, oh yeah, I'm about to sell you all sorts of stuff at very low prices. And you get done with your list, and you're all confident. He's all like, well, someone just came and bought everything that I had. Oh my God, there is no bigger kick in the stones than when you hear that, and you know that someone else is in your area, one step ahead of you, collecting them shekels. Oh my God, does it hurt. And what correlates with that, that sucks at the same time, is you go through the list and you ask them, and you say, you're the second person that's asked, or you're the third person that asked, knowing once you hear that there's someone else in the area. Oh my God, to me, people, that is the #1 sucky thing about game hunting, is hearing those dreadful words that A, someone got to this stuff first, or B, someone's in the area beating you to the punch. You're wasting your time typically on this side of the town. Oh my God, people, does that suck. Alright people, that was it. That was me bitching. My voice is hoarse after this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hell, I don't know. This is just me getting some of the weight off my shoulders and maybe putting it onto yours. If there's something you'd like to add or that you feel I've missed out, please let me know in the comments below. Say, hey, this sucks too. But anyways, people, thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Video games.